Hello and welcome to Connect Church Community Online. We're excited about sharing with you today and hope it's a blessing. Several things have come up in the last few days and even weeks about people talking, saying too much, and all kinds of things. And so we're just going to go back to James chapter 3 and talk about the tongue just a little bit. And so what we're going to do, we're going to use three word pictures right here in James chapter 3 when it's talking about trying to, verse 3, put bits in horses' mouths. That's what it's talking about. So we put bits in horses' mouth. Why? This is about direction, okay? If you want the horse to go a certain way, then you've got to bridle it, as it were. And so if you bridle the horse, you bridle the mouth, then you bridle the whole body, okay? And so whichever way you turn the bridle, then the body turns that way. And so there's the picture of the bridle, okay? And then there's the picture of big ship, okay? A big ship, don't matter whether it's got fierce winds, it doesn't matter, because whichever way the rudder is turning is which way that the boat is going to go, okay? And so that's what it's setting up here. And it's talking about whether it's small helm, whenever it's sitting there, that ship is going to go just a little bit can make a difference. Whether you're kayaking or on a john boat or a big giant ship, it's going to matter. It says that rudder, if you straighten up the rudder, it will affect the whole ship, just like the whole body of the horse. Now the whole ship, the entire ship, as it were, in there. And so then when we get to verse 5, it says the tongue is a little thing, but it boasts big things. Man, it's boasting big things. And it says a little fire kindleth, and so it becomes a big fire. So the first picture is a bridle in a horse mouth, what we need a picture to remember what we say and say too much or whatever. And then the second one is a big ship. It's like, man, we're fixing to crash this ship if we're not careful which way we put the rudder or our tongue right there, okay? And so then the third picture here is, it is of a burning fire, a burning fire. It boasts big things, a little fire, a little kindling. Verse 6 says the tongue is a fire. It is the world of iniquity. It will burn your life up. It will burn your job up. It can burn relationships up. It will defile the entire body, can be ruined from it. Just like that little match, that little bit of fire. And it can burn thousands and thousands of acres. Man, can you imagine the damage just from this word picture that a tongue can do if a little match can burn thousands and thousands of acres? If a little rudder can take a big ship, man, or if a bridle can pull, man, that muscular horse, man, he can do whatever he wants to with the muscle he has. But the fact is, we need to learn to bridle our mouth. We need to rudder our mouth in the right direction. And we need to put the fire out, as it were, because it can defile the whole body. Now, when it starts, it don't stop. Matter of fact, right here in verse 6, it says it will go all the way to hell. Now, sometimes you might need a little controlled burn, okay? You need I've got this under control here. I need to let this go and this, need to say some things. Speak the truth, but try to do it in love. That's what the Bible says. Everything on this earth has been tamed, it says in verse 7. Birds and serpents, all kinds of animals, even things out in the sea. But the tongue, it says in verse 8, can no man or woman tame the tongue. Verse 9 says we bless God, but we curse men that's made in his image. Verse 10, it says, with the same mouth we have blessings and cursings, and this ought not be so. Verse 11, it says it's like a fountain. A fountain doesn't give good water and bad water. It's either bad or it's good. You can even go on to verse 12, and it talks about, does a fig tree give olives? Does an orange tree give apples? See, our mouth should be, and what it is it's telling what's going on in our hearts and in our lives. And so when we begin to get in a little trouble with our mouth, we need to be careful. Because if we're not too careful, our tongue will tell us what's in our heart. And I'm going to tell you, there's a lot of people who name the name of Christ that have a trouble with their tongue. Man, we need to tame that tongue. I need to tame my tongue. God bless you and thank you for listening today. Have a wonderful day.